So the immediate question that comes is that, do we need to do this for all the topics? The answer is no, you can actually be selective. But when I'm saying selective, let's be very, very clear about one thing. Selective does not mean that you do not do some of the chapters. By selecting, what I mean here is that for some chapters you need to go deep into it, inside out, multiple rounds, so that you are aware of the questions and you have done the questions 3-4 times of your question bank. But then other chapters you can just do once or twice in a cursory fashion. You don't need to go so deep into that. The problem with not doing a chapter when you're talking about CAT is that if you talk about a 3-hour exam, you are essentially talking about a choice of out of 34 questions. And normally if you are trying to say get a 95-97 percentile, you're trying to maybe attempt 22 out of 34. So you've got a choice of 12 questions, which means that out of every 3 questions, you leave 1. But the moment you say, okay, this chapter I'm not doing, for example, CAT 2018 when this happened, a lot of people did not do the logs chapter and they gave 4 questions in the logs chapter. So what happens is when you have that, I have not done the logs chapter and there are 4 questions in the logs chapter in the exam, I am then solving only out of 30, and if my target is still 22, I am suddenly in a more pressured situation where I have to solve 3 out of 4. So when I talk about important chapters and cons, it's with that rider that by important chapters I don't mean that you do only these chapters. You have to do all the chapters, you have to cover the portion. But yes, you can actually selectively choose which chapter do you go deep inside and which chapter do you just do a cursory glance, know the formulas, know the basic first 50 questions and so on.